traders, FX Pip Collector here. Today is Monday, March 16th, and this is my morning market breakdown of the US dollar pairs, including gold, and we also look at a couple of the yen pairs. So anyway, starting off on the dollar index as always, because that basically tells us what to do on all the dollar pairs themselves. I still think that this is potentially, three waves up for an A if we zoom out to the weekly or or if we go to the daily zoomed out, or we go back up to the weekly, and then we have three waves down for a B. I think that we're currently either in a running or an expanding ABC pullback. If it's in a running pattern, then it potentially could break this structure, hit the 100% Fibonacci extension, then break down and start a brand new downtrend for a running ABC. I think it's potentially more likely to become a expanding ABC, especially looking at all the dollar pairs themselves. And if that's the case, then my target would be the 161, 178% Fibonacci extension. So the 100% Fibonacci extension is for the running, the 161, 178 is for the expanding. Either scenario, I'm really not confident whatsoever that this move up is complete yet, and I'm definitely still looking for logs in an uptrend. So if we go down to the 1 hour time frame, this is where we can start to pay attention to our structure. The 1 hour time frame structure is right here. If it breaks below here, I will definitely become bearish. If it doesn't break below there, then anything I do see to the downside is likely still to be a pullback within an uptrend. So if the dollar is likely in a pullback to the uptrend, that means that the euro dollar, the pound dollar, the Aussie dollar is likely in a pullback to the downtrend. The dollar CAD, the dollar Swiss is also probably likely to be in a pullback to the uptrend. So keeping all this in mind, moving on to the euro dollar, back up to the daily time frame. I do definitely agree with anybody that thinks that this could potentially make a much bigger move to the upside. I personally think, especially with this big break of structure we had on the weekly time frame, that this is a wave one, which means at some point, which I don't think it's going to happen today, maybe midweek during the FOMC news, but I think at some point it's potentially going to make a big pullback for wave two and eventually go back down for wave three. And this is in a daily time frame, so a 1, 2, 3 on this time frame will take a long time to play out. More short term, we are definitely still in a downtrend, and we definitely still should be looking for shorts. Our current structure is right here. If it breaks above here, I'll be more than happy to look for longs after the break and after the pullback. Otherwise, anything I see to the upside is likely a pullback within a downtrend. So I'm watching my Fibonacci retracement levels very closely for three waves up and a reversal back to the downside for more sorting opportunities. Moving on to the pound dollar, back up to the daily time frame. Just like the euro dollar, I think that because of this nice break of structure that we had on the weekly time frame, that this first move down is a wave one. I think that not today, but sometime this week, perhaps we may start a move to the upside for a big old wave two, just like on the euro dollar, and eventually back down for a wave three. So if that is true, we definitely want to continue to look for shorts, but we also want to try to identify the end of this wave on shorter time frames. That's where we go down to like the 1 hour time frame and we follow along with our structure. The 1 hour time frame structure is right here. If we break above there, I'll be more than happy to become bullish. Otherwise, anything I see up is likely just a pullback within a downtrend. I am definitely still doing nothing but looking for shorts in a downtrend unless we can identify the end of this wave down by seeing a nice break and hold above structure. Moving on to the Aussie dollar. On the Aussie dollar, back up to the daily time frame. Now, if the Aussie dollar really is a wave 5, then that means that this is either going to go down, break structure in an A or a 1. Then it's going to make a pullback for like a B or a 2. Then we're going to go down for a C, which would look like this, and then turn back up. Or it's going to be a wave 3, which would keep on going. So either way, it doesn't really matter whether it's an ABC or 1, 2, 3 because the trading strategy is exactly the same as of right now. So going down to the 1 hour time frame, our current structure on this one is right here. If it breaks above there, I will be more than happy to become bullish after the break and after the pullbacks. Otherwise, I am definitely looking at this move up as nothing more than a pullback within a downtrend. Definitely watching the 61 and the 78% to see if we get a good reaction there and possibly another sorting opportunity. Now moving on to the US dollar CAD. Based on the dollar index, we definitely should be looking for logs on the dollar CAD. This could be an A, B, C pattern. It could go up, break these highs, and then turn right back down. Or based on the dollar index, it could actually be starting a big move to the upside. Real quickly, I just want to go out to the weekly time frame on this one because what I think is going on here is I think that this is a B. I think this is going to turn into an uptrend for a C, and this is either a B or a 2. This is either an A or a 1. So these high weekly time frame analysis to me is extremely important because if it's really what it looks like on those higher time frames, then this is actually a wave 3 and it's just going to keep on making higher highs, higher lows. Either way, we're definitely still looking for longs because we have no break. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, our break of structure point is right here. If it breaks below there, I'll become bearish. Otherwise, anything I see to the downside, I am definitely looking at as nothing more than a pullback within an uptrend. I'm watching the 50, the 61, maybe the 78% for a possible reversal and a possible long opportunity. Moving on to the US dollar Swiss. The US dollar Swiss, same thing. If the dollar really is going to keep on trending, then this potentially could keep on trending also. If the dollar is going to make a big pullback, then at some point this could also make a big pullback. So, my analysis for all these dollar pairs really solely depends on this US dollar analysis. That one analysis for the US dollar index tells me what to do on all these pairs. And right now, it's definitely telling me to continue to look for longs. Now, structure on this one is very, very close. So if it either rejects structure, breaks it and rejects it, that could be a long. If it breaks it by a little bit and then starts to come back up, that still could be a long. Now, if it breaks and holds and then makes a pullback, that is where I will become bearish. But, it doesn't even really have to break. I mean, this could be like a little running pattern. It could make a higher low and just keep on going up. The higher time frames are definitely telling us to look for longs in an uptrend. Moving on to gold. My main analysis on gold is that we're actually in a wave 3 right now. I think this is a 1. I think this is a 2. I think this is potentially in a downtrend right now. And I think this is eventually going to look like this for a wave 3, a wave 4, and a wave 5 of wave C. So here's your A, here's 3 waves of B, there's your C. That's my main analysis on gold. But I do see the possibility of this just being an ABC pullback and it just makes a higher low, and goes up from here. Because I do have an alternative that this is actually a wave 5 of wave 3 on the weekly time frame. Either way, whether this moved out as a 3 or a C, either way, it's not complete yet, and I'm definitely still primarily looking for sorts. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, our break of structure point is right here. If it breaks above there, then I would definitely become bullish. Otherwise, I would definitely be looking at anything I see up as possibly just a pullback within a downtrend. If you do try to get long before the break of structure, then you should definitely only be looking at that as scalping opportunities. Definitely not swing trades or day trades. Definitely still looking for shorts unless it goes up and breaks this high, which obviously it has not done yet. Moving on to the yen pairs, the yen is sitting at the 100% Fibonacci extension. Definitely could end up being a big area of resistance. This also does look like a potential wave 5 on many of these yen pairs. So, I mean, if it does turn, it could definitely be a big turn. But it also, keeping that all in mind, there's nothing to say that this may not just continue to print bullish candles. There's no reason yet to say this is over. There's no break of structure. There's no lower high. There's no engulfing down. We are definitely still looking for longs in an uptrend. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, this is our current structure right here because this is the most recent high. So this move down right here could very well be a pullback within an uptrend. If it respects one of these Fibonacci levels, makes a nice engulfing to the upside, I would definitely take it as a long because the daily time frame trend is definitely up and the daily time frame trend is definitely your friend. Moving on to the euro yen. The euro yen is another one where I was like, okay, this is potentially a lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. This could easily just keep on going down. But, there's also a possibility that this is just an ABC pullback within this move up right here. And it makes an ABC and then goes back up and makes a new high like that. How are we going to know? We're going to know if this wave right here is over on sort of time frames, then it's a wave C and we better continue to look for longs. If it doesn't end the trend on sort of time frames, then we'll just continue to look for shorts. And if it just keeps on going down, that's good news for us. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, this is our structure level, and it is looking very impulsive up, so it definitely could go up and break structure. If it does break structure, I will start looking for logs on the first pullback. Otherwise, I am watching my Fibonacci retracement levels. If it does reverse at a fib level, I would definitely still look for shorts. Like I said, this could be a wave 3 in the higher time phase, and if it is a wave 3, then it will not break this high, but instead it will continue to make lower high. If this is a wave C in the higher time phase, then it will break this high and turn into a brand new uptrend, which we'll recognize that by seeing the break of structure, and then we'll start looking for logs on the first pullback after the break of structure. Moving on to the pound yen. Now, this is where I think that the euro yen just looks like the way it does because of the euro. It's not really the yen, because most other yen pairs look like they're bearish. This looks like a complete ABC. This looks like it's now in a downtrend. If this really is a complete ABC right here, then it will take out these previous lows and potentially turn into a much bigger move to the downside. So going down to the 1 hour time frame, our current structure is right here. Now it could possibly break this structure and still be a downtrend. It might just be like a wave one, then make like a wave two, and then eventually down for a wave three. But if it does break this high right here, I definitely will become bullish, just in case it does decide to continue its weekly time frame move up. Otherwise, just like all the other pairs, if I would be looking at this move up as possibly a pullback within a downtrend, I'd be watching my Fibonacci retracement levels very, very closely for a reversal to the downside at one of these Fibonacci levels for potentially another entry to go short for the continuation of this downtrend. So anyways, definitely don't forget to check out my website, fxpipcollector.com, if you want to follow along with all my trades and be part of a great trading community on Discord. And as always, thank you for watching and happy trading to everyone.